Missouri American Water responds to an organization's claims that a new reservoir will kill endangered crawfish in the area. Kansas lawmakers hold hearings to discuss potential wind farm regulations. Crawford County and Pittsburgh team up to update their 911 system.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Joplin area will get a reservoir to address a water supply shortage. This is a late edition of KOAM News at 10. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky has more on that, as well as reactions to the project.
In order to address a growing water supply shortage in the Joplin area, Missouri American Water in Joplin is building a reservoir. But not everyone thinks this is the best way to address the situation. Tom Ailey with the Ozark Underground Laboratory, a contract research and studies firm specializing in water-related issues, says after conducting a study, the reservoir won't function properly.
It will not hold water. The leakage rate is very substantial. It's tens of millions of gallons per day. It's a major leak.
Christy Barnhart with the Missouri Water Company says they're getting ready to begin their testing phase to make sure the land can hold the reservoir.
And what we're doing right now is entering the phase where we are asking to gain access to property, where we will be doing the soil and the geotechnical aspect of where we'll be seeing that conditions will be right for a reservoir.
But to do this testing, they will need to use the land they obtained from landowners. Dawn Newland, president and founder of Trinity Circle Horses Healing Hearts, says she had to move her property early in order to give them access for the testing. She runs a horse ranch with a primary focus of helping veterans with PTSD heal, and says the testing would ruin the healing environment.
Not to mention our veterans and our horses are not used to banging, clanging, drilling, large pieces of equipment. The entire peaceful atmosphere that we have out there will be gone.
When we reached out to the Missouri Water Company for their response, they sent this statement. On February 23, 2021, Dawn Newland granted a temporary easement over her property to Missouri American Water Company for the purpose of conducting geotechnical and environmental testing and inspection as may be necessary in the process of obtaining permits and regulatory approval for the construction of the Missouri American Water Reservoir Project. In Joplin and Neosho, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
The full statement from the Missouri American Water Company will be available on our website. Arkansas lawmakers today approved banning transgender girls and women from competing on school sports teams consistent with their gender identity. The majority Republican House voted 75-18 in favor of the ban, sending it to Republican Governor Asa Hutchinson. Opponents of the ban warn it could have a devastating impact on trans youth. Governor Hutchinson has not said whether he supports that measure. Checking in now with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Dow. It turned out to be an okay Monday after we saw really a pretty good weekend. We got a lot of clouds for us today, and we have some light showers, which have been sneaking through over the past couple hours. But still, temperature is pretty good, 65 for a high, average high 62. And you can see the rain really increasing across the region, especially on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. This is a fast-moving storm system, but it is going to rotate through as we go through the overnight hours tonight. So we're going to have some moderate, even a few pockets of heavy rain. Nothing strong, nothing severe, so we don't have to worry about that whatsoever. But we are going to see the showers and a few random thunder showers around. Heaviest over about the next 4 or 5 hours, and then we'll see pockets of thunder showers as we go into Tuesday morning. Another chance for rain later this week. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
Thanks, Doug. Former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens announces he's running for the U.S. Senate in Missouri. The seat is currently held by Roy Blunt, who announced he will not seek re-election. Greitens resigned as governor in 2018 following allegations of inappropriate conduct toward a woman in 2015 and alleged campaign violations. The state of Missouri is transferring $300 million of federal coronavirus relief funds to the state's Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund. The trust fund, which the state's workers draw unemployment benefits from, is funded by Missouri businesses. Governor Mike Parsons says the transfer will prevent an increase in contribution tax rates for businesses. Proposed legislation would regulate the wind energy industry in Kansas. Specifically, it would regulate setback distances, noise levels, and how a company could go about creating leases for land. The Senate Energy Committee held a hearing on the bill today with several Kansas residents speaking in favor of the bill. Supporters hope it passes so there's a roadmap for counties to use the next time a wind farm development is considered.
Counties need help in navigating wind energy development. We just don't have we just don't have the knowledge base for that.
Another committee hearing in Topeka is scheduled for tomorrow at 1:30 p.m., where committee members expect to hear from those in opposition to the bill. City of Pittsburgh and Crawford County partner up to buy a new state-of-the-art emergency call management system. The new system will allow residents to text urgent alerts to 911. Officials say dispatchers will also have an easier time locating mobile phone calls. It also sets the county up for an easier time upgrading the system down the road.
Our public safety system up to the state of the art now. We do think that there's some future functionality that's going to be really beneficial. This is kind of a platform where we can start eventually, not immediately, but eventually we'll be able to start accepting videos and do some other things that allow us to be even more effective in responding to calls.
The county and city used state funds to buy the new equipment. A Parsons, Kansas man is dead after a crash in rural Labette County. The Highway Patrol says it happened Friday morning at 9000 and Ness Road. 25-year-old Xavier Cummings was passing another vehicle at a high rate of speed when he lost control of his car. Cummings died at the scene. Coming up, authorities in Colorado say multiple people are dead in a shooting at a grocery store. Plus, a local health official is cautiously optimistic about returning to pre-pandemic normal later this year. The Vernon County, Missouri Health Department is warning people about scams in the form of COVID-19 vaccine surveys. The department offers some tips to spot a fake survey. Check the email address to be sure it looks official. Make sure the company's logo matches the one on their website, and check for spelling errors. The biggest red flag, a company asking you to enter a bank account or credit card number to claim a reward. As more people continue to get vaccinated, a lot of people want to know when we can return to normal. The Newton County Health Department Administrator Larry Bergner says he's cautiously optimistic. Bergner says he knows herd immunity is one of the biggest factors in returning to normal, and to get there, it's going to take vaccinating 70 to 90% of the population.
I'm hopeful that we can return to the normal we knew in February of 2020. I would kind of hate to see that we would be bound by some of the criteria that we have grown accustomed to, the wearing the mask. I would hate that would be a forever situation.
Bergner says he's hopeful the return to normal could be by late this summer. Bergner also shared with us today he's been invited to Jefferson City for a proclamation recognizing him and the county for leading the way getting students back to school. Now, back in September, Bergner and the Newton County Board of Health changed the close contact requirement for students. It caused some pushback from the state level, but was ultimately adopted statewide in November. AstraZeneca's vaccine was found to be 79% effective in clinical trials in the U.S. The company says it'll request emergency use authorization from the FDA. The U.S. has already pre-ordered 300 million doses of the vaccine. The Biden administration announced it plans to ship 4 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine to Mexico and Canada, where the drug has already been approved for use. Police say a man opened fire at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado this afternoon, killing 10 people, including a Boulder police officer. A suspect was injured and is in custody. Reporter Chris Martinez has more.
Could be in the store.
Yeah, he went in there.
He went in the store.
He went right down there.
Oh my God. Guys, we got people down inside King Supers. Look,
Dean Schiller live streamed this video on YouTube.
There's a shooter, active shooter, get away!
After arriving at a King Soopers grocery store in Boulder, shoppers inside heard multiple gunshots, including newlyweds Nevin and Quinlan Sloan, who prayed after they escaped.
All of a sudden, we started hearing more, like bang, 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 and I sprinted over to her and just told her, hey, we need to get out of here, and I pushed open the emergency door, and I think we were the first to be out because we triggered the alarm in the store.
Police led a man in handcuffs whose leg was bloodied out of the store and into an ambulance. They say he's the only suspect.
There is no ongoing public threat, that we do have a person of interest in custody. That person was injured during the incident and is being treated for the injuries.
The shooting prompted a massive response from local police departments.
We got tremendous support from our fellow law enforcement agencies, both in Boulder County, which some of them you see behind me, the FBI, ATF, and other Denver metro agencies. Without that quick response, we don't know if there would have been more loss of life.
Officers led those inside the store to safety. Ryan Borowski got out uninjured.
Somebody had their hand on my back, I had my hand on somebody's back, and we were just saying, go, 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 run.
Police say they don't know if the suspect has any connection to the store. Chris Martinez, CBS News.
Again, police say 10 people killed. The White House press secretary tweeted that President Biden has been briefed on the shooting and will be updated on developments. Doug Heddy is up next with his complete forecast, and later the city of Pittsburgh came up with some activities for PSU students to do rather than going on spring break.
Well, after a pretty good weekend, today wasn't bad. We had a lot of clouds out there, especially during the afternoon hours, but our temperature is still pretty good as we did go into the mid-60s for highs. And if we look back at March so far, it's been a pretty good month, especially when you compare it to how cold February was. But majority of the days have been above average. Just a handful have been below average over the past, 3 or 4 weeks. Looks pretty good. Great time lapse. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. But you can see those clouds rolling in during the afternoon hours and really thickening up. And eventually, those are going to lead to rain if you have not already seen some rain over the past couple hours. Temperatures mainly holding into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. We're going to slide back through the 50s during the overnight hours, but not too far. Southerly winds will actually keep our temps up just a little bit. We have those south winds at about 15 to 25, and those are going to stay fairly strong throughout the overnight hours tonight and then again throughout the daytime hours tomorrow. But look at the rain increasing, especially on the Kansas, the Oklahoma side. Everybody's had at least a little bit or a few light little showers, but really picking up as this whole storm system is heading toward us. You can see that spin out across the northern parts of Oklahoma and then that little cluster out through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. That's the upper level low. So until that passes by, we're going to see these on and off showers and thunderstorms. Now, the good news here is it's not going to last too long, and there's not going to be anything strong or severe. So we don't have to worry about any severe weather throughout the overnight hours. But zooming in, where you see the yellows and the oranges, that is some moderate to heavy amounts of rain. So we are going to get a few pockets in there that really rain on us throughout the overnight hours. But right now, light showers on the Missouri side, then moderate to heavy showers on the Oklahoma and then the Kansas side. But you can see the rain increasing, and again, this is going to be the trend as we go through the overnight hours. So bands of showers, a few random little thunder showers, nothing strong, nothing severe. Heaviest rain is out of here by about 3 o'clock in the morning. After that, the upper level low is going to roll in. This will give us hit and miss scattered thunder showers through the morning hours. And then I actually think by the afternoon, most of the showers will start to rotate out of here. Temperatures, they're going to struggle to warm up. Let's go mid-50s, 51 by 7, 52 by noon, high temp right around 53. By the time we head into tomorrow night, clouds break up just a little bit. A lot of clouds on Wednesday, but not a bad day. High temps near 60. And then as we head into Wednesday night, here comes our next storm system. Chances for showers and thunderstorms once again. roll in Wednesday night through Thursday morning, and then this whole storm system will pass on by. So 2 systems we need to watch over the next few days. Showers, thunderstorms for us tonight. Again, rainfall amounts aren't going to be extremely heavy, but the ground is very saturated from all the rain that we have seen. I think a lot of areas will pick up 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch tonight, and then an additional 1/4 to 1/2 inch by the time we head into Wednesday night and Thursday. So it is going to stay wet. 61 Wednesday, 55 Thursday, back to 64 by Friday.
Rain chances every other day, it appears.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, Doug. Spring break will be at the end of the semester for Pitt State this year, but the city of Pittsburgh wants students to have some mid-semester fun anyway. The city and other organizations are hosting a week-long Pittcation, as they're calling it. Scheduled events include a guided bike ride, pickleball, yoga in the park, disc golf, and a free visit to Big Brutus.
My favorite thing is that anyone can play, so I have played and gotten beat by people that are in their 80s. And even though I'm a young guy in my 20s and I'm fairly athletic, I was a college athlete, so I was pretty humbled when someone who was like 84 beat me in pickleball.
Yeah, referring to pickleball there, Pitt State students just need a student ID. Faculty and staff can also attend. Coming up in sports, a former Joplin football standout has a career day in his first start for South Dakota State. Plus, a big come-from-behind win for Webb City baseball against Republic. Jacob Leonard's up next with the highlights.
The Webb City Cardinals opened up the baseball season over the weekend with a 7-6 win over Logan Rogersville. Tonight, Webb City remains at home, looking for a 2-0 start against Republic. Now, it was the Tigers dominating this game early on. First inning, Riker Harrington really got a hold of this one. Clears the fence in right for the 2-run homer. Republic gets the first 2 of the day. The bottom half, Webb City gets one back. Shane Knoll back up the middle. Devin Weathers trots home, but the Cardinals down 7-1 going to the bottom of the 4th. Now that's when they got going. Eli Goddard sits on the off-speed pitch, sends it to the grass to score Cole Gaiman. Moments later, Devin Weathers up with guys on second and third. Hits a laser to center. That scores both of them. Webb City gets 4 in the inning to pull within 2. Then in the 5th, it did even more damage. Tragan Parker caps off a 6-run inning for the Cards. Big swing for the homer to right, his first of the season. Webb City rallies from down 6 to win 11-8. The Cardinals now 2-0 to start the season. Missouri Southern softball in action today, at home with a doubleheader against third-ranked Augustana. The Lions get shut out in Game 1, 8-0. Game 2, they got on the board, but not able to get in front, falling 11-3. Next up for Southern, they'll host a doubleheader against Pittsburgh State on Friday. The Oklahoma Sooners knocked off Mizzou over the weekend 72-68 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Now, today, Sooners are back on the floor against Gonzaga with a chance to move on to the Sweet 16. Now, Gonzaga, #1 overall seed in this year's tournament. That was a good start for OU. Umoja Gibson gets the 3. It's 12-4 Sooners. Other end, though, here come the Zags. Drew Timme gets the lay-in. Makes it a 1-point game. Corey Kispert knocks down the 3. Oklahoma down 12 at halftime. Gonzaga ran away with it after that. Kispert, another 3-ball. Oklahoma's season ends in round 2, falling to Gonzaga 87-71.
They're good. They just keep the pressure on you. They keep coming at you. And if you turn it over, carelessly, or if you, take a shot that's, leads into transition for them, then they make you pay for it. That happened a couple of times, and again, we ended up fighting from behind.
Missouri Southern's Cam Martin earns first-team All-District recognition today from the Nabc. It's the 3rd straight season he's earned All-District honors. Martin averaged 25 points and 9 rebounds per game for the Lions this season, while also dishing out a team-high 76 assists. Check this out. He's one of only 5 active players in all of college basketball right now with at least 2,000 points and 800 rebounds. Former Joplin High School running back Isaiah Davis is already making a name for himself at the Division I level. Davis is a freshman at South Dakota State. Now, he got his first start on Saturday against Southern Illinois. Look at this. The former Eagle carried it 22 times for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. For his big game, he was named the Missouri Valley Conference Newcomer of the Week. It's his second 100-yard game of the year. That's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Sean Elmore served in the U.S. Army from 2000 to 2005. The Larned, Kansas native was stationed in Kosovo and Iraq, and we are proud to salute Sergeant John Elmore, a four-state hero. Look at this. Folks in New York can check out this breathtaking new art exhibit with a really long name. It's called the Geometric Properties and Immersive Audio-Visual Journey Through Fractal Dimensions. Yeah, using fractals, mathematical equations represented as infinitely repeating patterns, a Dutch artist ran the equations through a computer software, which then led to the art installation. Spectators have said it feels like kind of being inside a kaleidoscope, or like stepping into a sci-fi world, or even being transmitted to a totally new dimension. Not that any of them have ever actually done any of those things, but it's what they imagine that would seem like. Looks like it would be an experience to check it out. Doug Hetty, chances of rain in the days ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have periods of showers, even a few thunderstorms for us tonight. It's not going to be strong or severe, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll drop back to about 51. 53 tomorrow. Showers mainly during the morning hours. Wednesday looks good. The more rain rolls right back in Wednesday night into Thursday, and then again on Saturday.
Thanks, Doug, and thank you for joining us. We're going to leave you tonight with video of a volcano erupting in Iceland. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.